How? How do you even process news like this? It's the kind of announcement that feels like the air just got sucked out of the room. It's the kind of revelation that makes you put your phone down, sit in silence, and feel your heart crack in slow motion. Liv Morgan, the smiling rebel, the underdog warrior, the woman who fought for every single opportunity she's ever had in that WWE ring, has just been hit with the toughest opponent of her life. Not Rhea Ripley. Not Becky Lynch. Not Charlotte Flair. This is an opponent that doesn't care about titles, doesn't care about main events, doesn't care about popularity. Breast cancer. And before you say, this can't be true, or, this has to be a storyline, no, this isn't scripted pain. This isn't a kayfabe rivalry or a heel turn for ratings. This is real. And the more you learn about what's been going on behind the scenes these past few weeks, the more your stomach will twist. It started quietly. Backstage whispers. Liv had been pulling out of certain non-televised events. She'd been seen leaving WWE medical facilities more than once after SmackDown tapings, always with a baseball cap pulled low, trying not to be noticed. The official explanation: minor medical evaluation. That's WWE speak for, don't ask questions. But those close to her started noticing the signs. Fatigue. Bruises that didn't seem to come from the ring. Moments where her usually bubbly energy just faded. The fans saw it too, the little things. Liv slowing down in matches, breathing heavier than usual, looking a little paler under the bright lights. We all assumed maybe she was nursing an injury. We were wrong. The diagnosis came after a routine checkup that led to further testing. According to someone in WWE's medical team, who spoke under the condition of anonymity, Liv didn't believe it at first. She thought maybe it was a mix-up, maybe they got her files wrong. But there it was, on the paper, in cold, clinical language. Stage 2 breast cancer. And I want you to let that sink in. This is a 29-year-old woman, in the prime of her career, who just had her life flipped upside down in one phone call. She's barely had time to hold her championship dreams before now having to hold hospital appointment cards. We cheer for her because she's resilient in the ring, but this is the fight of her life. Here's the part that will make you furious. WWE management, apparently, wanted to keep it under wraps for as long as possible. Not because they didn't care, but because they didn't know how to handle the PR storm it would create. They wanted to control the narrative. But Liv wanted her fans to know. She didn't want to disappear without explanation. She didn't want the rumors to spiral. And most importantly, she didn't want pity. She wanted support. So last night, with tears streaming down her face, she recorded a private message for the WWE Universe, one that may never see the light of day in its unedited form. The video. That's where the tears will hit you before she even says a word. Liv sitting in what looks like her living room, no makeup, hair pulled back, hoodie on. Her voice is shaky but she's forcing herself to look into the camera. I don't even know how to say this to you guys, she starts, swallowing hard. I've spent my whole career trying to be strong, trying to smile no matter what's going on in my life. But, this time, I can't hide it. I've been diagnosed with breast cancer. And right there, her voice breaks. She wipes her eyes quickly, almost embarrassed to cry in front of millions. But she keeps going. I'm not telling you this because I want anyone to feel sorry for me. I'm telling you because I need you. I need your energy, your positivity, your prayers. I need my fans. You guys have always been my family. She admits she's scared. She admits she doesn't know how this will affect her career. She admits she's already started treatment, and that the side effects are a whole different kind of pain, compared to anything she's taken in the ring. Then she says something that hits harder than any wrestling promo could. I've fought my whole life to prove I belong here. And I'm not letting cancer take that from me. I'm gonna fight this like I've fought everything else, head on, and I'm gonna win. When that line hits, you can almost hear the collective gasp from the WWE Universe. This isn't the Liv Morgan we cheer for because she's the underdog, this is a warrior speaking from the soul. The reactions backstage. Pookie. It's a tidal wave. Becky Lynch reportedly broke down in tears when she heard Bayley left training early to FaceTime her. Rhea Ripley, her former rival, sent her a message saying, I'll be your tag partner in this fight. Even Charlotte Flair, who rarely opens up publicly, tweeted, Liv, you've got the heart of a champion. We're all in your corner. And the fans, oh, the fans. Hashtag fight with Liv is already trending worldwide. Artwork of her holding a championship with a pink ribbon across it is flooding Twitter and Instagram. Some fans have even started planning pink out nights at WWE shows, where everyone wears pink in the crowd to show her she's not fighting alone. But of course, not everyone's happy with how WWE's handling it. Many believe the company should have been upfront from the start, instead of keeping it quiet until Liv forced the announcement. One insider claims WWE was even debating whether to temporarily write her off TV with an injury storyline, instead of letting her share the truth. If that's true, it's disgusting. This isn't a storyline, it's her life. You'd think that when a superstar drops life-changing news like this, the company they've bled for would stand front and center with them, right? Well, that's not exactly what's happening here. Behind the curtain, the reaction from WWE's upper brass has been complicated. Publicly, they've released a short, carefully worded statement. WWE fully supports Liv Morgan during this challenging time and stands with her in her battle. We ask that the WWE Universe respect her privacy while offering their support. Sounds nice, right? But when you start digging into what's really going on, the cracks start showing. According to a source close to creative, Liv was originally scheduled to be heavily featured in a major storyline heading into the next premium live event. The plan: a shocking heel turn that would have put her in the main event picture. But now, those plans have been scrapped entirely. Instead of brainstorming creative ways to keep her involved, the decision makers allegedly started talking about quietly transitioning her off screen to avoid what they call emotional overexposure. Yes, you heard that right. They were worried that having Liv's real-life battle front and center might overshadow other storylines. Let that sink in for a second. The woman's fighting for her life, and the concern is that she might steal attention from their scripted feuds. But here's where things get even uglier. Several superstars are reportedly furious over how cold the conversation has been at the corporate level. One talent told me, and I quote, "This isn't about ratings, this is about a human being. And the fact that we even have to explain that says everything about how broken this system is." Some in the locker room have started to push for WWE to launch a massive breast cancer awareness campaign in Liv's honor. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Imagine the impact if WWE dedicated it to her fight, rallied the fans, and made her the face of the movement. But according to one production staff member, the company is hesitant because they don't want to make her situation a brand centerpiece unless she's fully on board and cleared to be physically present. Translation: if they can't parade her in front of the cameras looking strong, they don't want the story at all. And here's the wildest part. Multiple fans have pointed out that WWE has worked with breast cancer awareness groups in the past through Susan G. Komen, yet right now, when they have a living, breathing warrior on their roster facing the fight head on, the response feels muted. Almost afraid. Almost controlled. If they think the WWE Universe won't notice, they're dead wrong. Because the hashtags are multiplying, the calls for transparency are getting louder, and fans are demanding that Liv's fight be recognized for what it is, not a PR risk, but a cause worth uniting behind. The energy in the WWE Universe right now isn't just sadness, it's fury mixed with love. Fans aren't sitting quietly. They're mobilizing. Last night, during a SmackDown taping, something happened that nobody in corporate could control. When a random backstage segment aired, the crowd started chanting, not the names of the wrestlers on screen, but Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan. Over and over again. It got so loud that production had to lower the arena mics for the broadcast. That's how powerful the fans' voices are right now. Online, the momentum is even bigger. Petitions are circulating demanding that WWE dedicate October's programming to breast cancer awareness in Liv's name. Fans are planning coordinated pink outs at live events, buying pink merch, waving handmade banners with messages like, "Fight like Liv," and "Our champion forever." Some have even started GoFundMe campaigns to raise money for cancer research in her honor. And then there's the locker room. According to multiple sources, a closed-door meeting took place after last week's SmackDown. It wasn't called by management, it was organized by the superstars themselves. Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, Bayley, Bianca Belair, all there. Even Roman Reigns showed up, quietly standing in the back. One veteran reportedly said, "If they won't make her fight part of the story, then we will. We'll wear pink. We'll mention her name, we'll make sure nobody forgets." But then came the part that made everyone in that room go silent. Liv herself walked in. She wasn't scheduled to be there. Her hair was hidden under a beanie, and she looked smaller than usual, not in spirit, but in body. She smiled, but it was the kind of smile that barely hides pain. She looked around the room, took a deep breath, and said, "I don't want you guys to treat me like I'm gone. I'm still here. I'm still Liv Morgan. And I'm still gonna fight. You don't have to protect me, just stand with me." There wasn't a dry eye in the room. Even the toughest, most stoic wrestlers had to look away to hide the tears. And then she gave the update that left everyone in stunned silence. "I start my next round of treatment in a few days. The doctors say it's going to get harder before it gets better, but I believe it's going to get better. I know it will. Because I'm not just fighting for me anymore. I'm fighting for every single person out there who's scared right now. That's when Rhea Ripley walked up to her, hugged her tight, and whispered something nobody could hear. But you could see Liv nod, wipe her tears, and smile. This time, a real one. And that's where we're at, Pookie. A fight bigger than titles. A fight bigger than storylines. A fight for life itself. The fans are ready. The locker room is ready. The only question is WWE ready to stand with her without worrying about how it fits the brand? Because one thing's for sure. Liv Morgan isn't backing down. Not now. Not ever.